Smashed my hands together. Ow. All right, got done working out. Gonna do a little bit of work on going from the ring that we did yesterday for pronation and supination of the forearm, going down to the wrist joint. I'll show you guys how I'm gonna do the wrist joint. You really don't know yet, but I probably should think about it through a little bit, which I probably will. Kind of make sure I know where I'm going. I have to work again. For some reason this week, I set up work schedules from 12 to 2. You set your own schedule. So I said 12 to 2 because it was the middle of the day where there's not a lot of traffic. But fuck, it's like working for 2 hours is not very, because I just feel like I'm just getting kind of into the swing of working and then I'm already not working anymore. So kind of throw off my productivity a little bit, I think. So I don't think I'll be doing that in the future if I can avoid it. Anyway, I'm going to do some work on this. Probably only like 30 minutes. I got to go take a shower before I work, and then I'll get back, and then we'll do more cool shit. All right. Ran a little sketch here on how I'm doing the forearm, and then, so this is the piece that we did yesterday in here, and then it's going to come down your two superficial and your deep piece coming down here. These are the parts that are mainly attached, that are attached here, and then I'm thinking out loud here. So here's the shoulder girdle that we went through, that I did. So this slides right there. Boom, 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 boom. So that's coming straight across. Good. This seems fairly well supported, I think. That the superficial supporting the deep on this, I think. Then we come over to the shoulder joint, and then those would come in. It's not quite right, but it would come in here, on those two, deep, superficial, and then come up. Like that. So you have, oops. I guess I didn't actuate this one. That's weird. Whatever. So it comes up and across, and so that channel comes through, and then it comes up. So we have a piece coming across, then coming up, and then coming off here. So it'd be like that. So from there and there to there, and where's the other piece? Well, that other piece goes in right there. I'm not sure why it's not there. Probably because I didn't put it there. But that piece goes in right there, so we go there, and then the piece would come off here and go right there. And then we come down. And here's where it starts to bother me a little bit. This is what I'll explain what I'm thinking here. So this is where it goes through, and then there's a support piece going around here, but it's just these two pieces supporting the entire load of the exoskeleton. I really almost feel like I need something else off here, but the problem is I'd have to put a full ring around the arm in order to support it over here because it has to move. You feel me? So like there'd have to be, so these two parts coming off here, are going to be twisting like this when the muscle, because the bicep muscles are going to come from up in here. They attach into the shoulder girdle in your arm. They attach to your bicep actually attaches to your scapula. It doesn't attach to your humerus at all, and then the bones in your forearm doesn't attach to your humerus at all. It's called it's a bi-joint muscle. So anyway, it goes across here. So those come through. Those would be coming out of this area and coming down, but then the only thing here is this is getting bent here. So even though it's supporting it here and here, it's not really where it really needs to support is kind of over here. And you can see I drew a piece here to try to come up. That was one of my initial thoughts, but the problem is when you turn your arm, this will turn around and it'll press into your arm. Like if it came out to here, as you turned your arm in, as you rotated your body in, this part would be here, and then as you rotate it in, it would push into your pec or into your side or something like that. So you wouldn't be able to turn your arm. So I'm not a huge fan of this. I think there's got to be a better way to do it, but I don't know. So anyway, arm, and then I'm running into the same problem down here on the forearm with having these two parts come off. So the two parts that would come down here, so the deep and superficial bones of your forearm, which would be like representing the radius and ulna, would be coming down here, and then I'd have those two come off, and then I'd have a piece wrap around here to support it there. But then when the muscles are in here, which is where they should be, well, They might, I guess they could be here too, but the idea would be they'd be somewhere in here, and then as they compress this way, and they'd want to bend this spot in half. There wouldn't be good protection for if you pushed over here. All the force would be out here, which is a big moment arm twisting those parts over there. So I don't know what to do with that. It's just something I'm thinking about. Like in here, you can't do that. Like it has to be, so there could be, that's why the ring is up here and there's nothing here, because you have to be able to close your arm and bend your arm and close it right here, like this. So talking about this. So this part is the only part that goes over, that part is the only part that goes over your arm there. And so then the other ring would be here and it would fold up, and then you'd actually have to put some mechanical stops so you don't end up pushing it into your own arm too much. So it's a challenging thing. At least this one is supported over here too. So we have that support, but there's not really anything supporting this. There's another piece that wraps around here, but again, here where this arm is, there, that gets supported. What I really need is some kind of support going here. So what I could do, maybe, I could pull a piece up to here, from here to here, which would give it a little bit more force that way if there was a muscle acting across it this way, but it still, if there was some kind of pinching force going this way, it still wouldn't work. It still would not be good. So I could come across, and I would be probably okay with that. That tends to be how they make medieval armor. The part here would be called a rear brace on medieval armor. So going across that would be okay, but it's really not supporting it that much. Okay, the only thing I can think of right now that might work for this is to have some kind of support that's coming up and touching. This would be on the superficial frame, and then it would be like a, so it would come up and a touch here, and it would give compressive strength. It wouldn't have to grab it really. It would really have to hold on. All it needs to do is give compressive strength. We wouldn't worry about tensile strength. And then it would fold up like a like an accordion kind of thing, or like a series of sliding sheets. It would probably get real thick. I mean, it'd have to come out really far, or I'd have to cut those parts super thin. I don't know how that would be done. I'm not sure how that's could be done. But then you would have a support piece that could, as this rotated up. One option is to make these parts right here that have huge loads like that on them, is just to make them out of a very strong composite. A Kevlar, honeycomb, carbon fiber. So honeycomb Kevlar or honeycomb aluminum. Look it up if you don't know what I'm talking about. For the inside with a or 3D printed part. That's actually probably what I'll do, is a carbon filled 3D printed part with a composite around the outside, and just make that part super strong. But it's not a good way to design, because then you have to, it's not because your design is good, it's because you're relying on a very strong component. I mean, it may work, it's just, is there a better way to do it? And I don't know, because it's hard to put things in here close to the body. Everything needs to be kind of off the outside of the body. All right, so I think this will solve it on the forearm. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about up here, where that's got big compression issues, but on the forearm, I think this can be solved by just turning this into a ring. So if you watched my video yesterday, you saw that this ring was too big, but then I went back and I readjusted the, I had the axes of rotation off. It was in the wrong spot. So now I put this ring, the sketch back on, and I put this ring in here, and it's not, like, I mean, if you look at it, it's not that much bigger. In fact, it's smaller in some locations. So it's really, I think that ring would be fine. So instead of doing that, I'll do a ring there, and probably would get rid of this bolts and then bolt on. This would just be a full ring, and maybe even on the superficial one. And then I could come down off of all of them, kind of like this. This is exactly how I'd want to do it, actually, with one on top and two on the sides here. And that'd be a full ring you can put your hand into. And then if you look over here, I had the same issue over here, is having to make this big over here on the side, but not really be able to put anything in here, because you can't put anything around. You can't put anything around here like this. So yeah. So I don't know. I might need to rethink a little bit how I'm going to do this. If there's a better way to do this. I don't know, because this, I'm telling you, the shoulder girdle guy, the shoulder girdle is the hardest thing to figure out. It is the most complicated thing. Let's see how many joints I have in order to try to figure out the shoulder girdle right now. So, or the shoulder girdle. So we got one plane of motion, one joint. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 joints just for your shoulder motion. And that includes motion into the arm and stuff, obviously, but the stuff that you would think of as being in your shoulder, 5 joints. That's how complicated the shoulder is. The shoulder is one of the most complicated things. But I think doing a ring like this, I think that will get rid of that problem down there. And then, so if you have to use super materials in order to get your things together, you want to use them as sparingly as possible, I think. So we can use a cheaper material like a metal or something down here by having it supported all the way around by the ring. And then where we can't do that, we do it through the shoulder girdle and then parts through the hips where that can't happen. And then that way we only have to use the super materials where we have to use the super materials. That being said, I will probably not do that on this exoskeleton. Not to say I couldn't. I could make a composite part for there and have it be super strong. But since this is going to be either non-powered or low-powered, I'm not planning on putting exomuscles in here, even though it's possible that I could. And if I did, I'd probably use small ones, lower force ones. So I probably won't do that. And then if I really wanted to, I mean, I could always cut them out and put in, then design in composite ones, build the composite ones, make sure they'll work, and then cut them out, weld on parts to bolt them in or something, and then bolt them into place. That would always be possible too. So there's a lot of other options. But I think for simplicity, just to test the exoskeleton, I would probably make this one mostly out of steel, and then just because it'd be easier than trying to use 2 mediums to put it together, and then how do you attach the composite to the steel, and yada 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 yada. So probably, I mean, we'll keep it on the table, but I think what I'll do on draft 2 is put a ring there. I'm not going to go back and change that one. I'm not going to fuck with that at all. But then and then have those 3 that come down and do it that way. All right, I'm getting in the shower, but I just had an idea. What I can do is I can design it all in steel, and then in those spots where I want it to be stronger, I'll do it before or after. It doesn't really matter as long as I have enough room. I can go in and just build onto it, like 3D print the parts, then glue them to it, and then composite around them. And then you'll have the steel in there too, and then a composite on top of that. And that would make those parts really strong. So on those parts where I can't get a full ring, that's actually probably what I'll do. I'll probably design with the intent, or at least the ability to do that in the future. So I'll design with the space for that. I may not go through and do very good 3D modelings of it, but I might do some like rough ones or something like that, just to get the weight right and stuff on predictions and stuff, and have an idea of where I want to do it, and then go in and I can redo it. After I weld it all together and get everything working, go in and reinforce those parts. That is actually probably what I'll do, because that right now seems to be the only way I can think of this thing having the strength to go together. So it's here. It's here. There it is. Mic. Looks nice. This is the mic that like a lot of the YouTubers use. A lot of people really like this mic. Fucking way to hold this. Look at that thing. I love that. Nice, yeah. We also got this thing, which is this thing keeps the vibrations down. So when you hit the camera and stuff, you don't hear it as much. And then there's our cord. All right, let's hope it works. Let's go plug it in and see if it works. Well, the stupid camera won't let me take a fucking video right now. There's no space. There says no space on the memory card, but there is space on the memory card. Oh my God, if it's not one thing, it's another. Oh, look at that. We're recording. Ground control to Major Tom. So close. Audio's working. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. But now I don't see my memory chip in photos, because I guess I reformatted it. We'll figure it out. It's okay. All right, as you just heard, the audio works. So now I'm gonna look at this thing. It wouldn't work on my iPhotos. I called Apple support, and then I figured out why I was on the phone with him. But there was no still images on it. I had wiped it, and then there's no still images on it. So it didn't mount or recognize. So I took it out, took a couple pictures, put it back in, and it mounted and recognized. So figured it out before they did. And I made fun of her because I beat her. So this right here is a dead cat, and it's squishy. There's a foam in there too, and then there's this thing on top. I love this. This shit looks so dank. I love shit like this. All right, and then this comes out of here, I think. Yeah. Oh, it came unscrewed. How weird. Apparently it comes off right there. Okay. That's a nice little piece of machined metal right there. Look at that. Well, that hinges. Okay, it's not the best. Yeah, there's like dust in there or something. All right, machining's okay. I could do better with a Tormach. Look at me talking shit. Pretty sure I could do better with a Tormach. So that's the little mic right there. It's not powered. It does feel really good though. This is cool. All right, so this goes on. Where does this go on? Right there. Oh, that's where it goes on. So I have to figure out how to get this to fit onto here. So that's a hot shoe mount, and this is a flash mount. So I have to. Problem is, it's real fucking small. Right here might not be an issue. Yeah, you get pretty big right here. So my tolerance wouldn't have to be super tight there. But my tolerance in this is gonna be pretty tight. But I essentially just need a shape like this. And then there's the flash will come in like this. And then I need a shape like this. That's the flash right there. And then that's the hot shoe like that. This is the camera. This is mic. So I need to do this right here, but then those won't be connected. So on the top view, it'll be U-shaped like that. So that. 0.67. This is the one that really matters. 0.16. Fusion. All right, yes, here we go. It's 0.1, so we want 0.08. Okay, great. Looks like it'll work. There we go, got it designed. Printing. This is probably the first time you guys have ever seen me 3D print something before. Like, I've shown you stuff I 3D printed, but it's probably the first time you've watched me actually 3D print something. Very simple part. Like, you can see, I did this in fucking 2 seconds, so. Probably more like 25 minutes, but. Doesn't fit. It's too wide. Third time's the charm. I wish I could afford to not be this cheap. Let's see if that works. Oh my god. I got it on there. The thing is just not... I wish I could say that went painlessly, but I had to reglue that thing like 2 times. I had to grind it down. I really just didn't want to have to print it 4 times. I just wanted to get it on there. It's fucking technically on there. It's kind of not even pointed fucking straight. I'm afraid it's going to break off of it too, when I'm like fucking gonna... Right when I need it most is probably when it's going to break. So maybe I'll just buy that part, but for now we got it fucking going. Let's go for a walk and test it out. Oh my god, I'm fucking vlogging with this thing right now. Oh my god, I love this. This is awesome. This is awesome. How do I look? I have it on completely auto, so it's completely taking over the shutter speed and the aperture size right now. Don't really know how to shoot proper looking footage yet. Some shit I might be washed out right now. I have no idea. Look at it. It's focusing on me though, which is cool. God, this thing is dope. I probably look like such a freak to people in Denver right now. They have like no idea why this guy is vlogging. This isn't like fucking, I don't know, where you see people blogging very often. Fucking love it, man. Love it. God, this thing is great. I don't know if I can adjust the shutter and shit after. I'm gonna have to figure out how to shoot video on this thing. Gotta love it, man. Just bring it in and out. Oh, I'm sure people are like, what the fuck is that kid doing? I love it.
Love it. Oh, look, this is like episode 1 again. I feel uncomfortable about shooting myself in public. If you go watch my very first episode, it was like in the end, I think it was in my post-credit scene. Are people looking at me right now? Oh man, it's funny. I love this though. This is like professional. It looks professional from here. It's fucking cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's hot out. I need a hat. Going shopping tomorrow. Hey.
Hey.
I make vlogs. How's it going? Y'all want to be on it? Say hi.
How are you?
Hey. I don't even know those people were looking at me, or I just thought they were looking at me, and then I told them to look. I made vlogs. I love it. All right. Don't know if I've gotten any exoskeleton stuff done today. Thought about some exoskeleton stuff done today. I don't know if I built any exoskeleton stuff today. One thing that might be a problem is I might run out of memory. I need a bigger memory chip. I'm gonna turn this off right now. I'm gonna come back to you guys in a little bit. Oh, okay. I don't know if this is the best way to use this. I'm gonna have to figure out more about how to shoot video on this. If I'm gonna be setting the aperture myself, what I'm gonna do. I'll just put it on manual and just run and gun. Or do I need a setting? I should probably look up like good settings for it instead of manual one. I think you can do a programmed one. Yeah, I think I have one programmable one, and I'll put that one on my movie setting, my blogging setting. I think that's what Nick did. The other things I'm gonna do to this, that's why I got the camera out. Well, I think the other thing, I was thinking about doing one, I'm not sure I'm gonna do the other one. But I know Casey Neistat and the other guy, Peter McKinnon, whatever his last name. His last name is McKinnon. Both those guys, both broke their mic jacks. So Casey didn't want his. He put a little bumper on it to keep it from breaking. So I think I'm gonna 3D print and build one of those as well. I think that'll be the other thing I do to this. I'm super glue it to the outside so to keep it from breaking that. It's so hot out. I'm German as fuck. As you can't tell, I get sunburned easy. My mom's buying me a hat for my birthday though, and a new pair of sunglasses and some new flip-flops because I hate both these flip-flops and these sunglasses. And I lost my hat. I need those 3 things real bad. We're going tomorrow. Stay tuned. All right. I thought it would be suiting to end this vlog in the same vlog I ended the very first vlog on. No, we didn't get a lot of exoskeleton stuff done today. We got some brainstorming done mostly. But this kind of new toy came in and got a little distracted by it, which is great. It's great. I'm really glad this is here. I think it's gonna up the quality of my footage just a little bit. I'm really excited for it. Really excited for it. Whew. Yeah, don't I look beautiful? I bet I look so beautiful right now. Super happy for this, guys. Super happy. Tomorrow I will have the arm done. I pretty much know exactly what I'm doing for it. And we're gonna start on the hand tomorrow. Pretty sure that's a fact. I may be saying that, it may not happen, but it's late. I'm gonna go edit this video. I'm gonna get it up for you guys. I love you guys. Like and subscribe if you haven't already. We really appreciate it. You guys have a great one. I love you. Wait, the video's not over yet. I had one more thing to show you guys. Doesn't that just look great? Oh yeah, how professional. I love the little fucking furry thing. It's called a dead cat. I love it. All right, now we're done. You guys have a great one.
All right, I'm making the most ridiculous sandwich I think I've ever made in my life. So these are 2 different pieces of bread down here, and I don't know how I thought I was gonna fit this many vegetables on here, but I shoved them all on top and they're together. So I'm gonna slide the knife under it, flip them over, put them on, and then put 2 toothpicks in each of them. And this right here is my secret sauce right here. Is mayonnaise with onion on top of it, and then a bunch of sriracha on top of that. So good. What the fuck was I thinking? This is insanity. This is entirely insane. So now I'm gonna cut it this way, and then I'm gonna cut all the shit in the middle in half. And I'm gonna scoop it onto this. This is gonna be crazy. All right, the cuts. That one needed 2. Maybe they should all get 2. Maybe that would help. Fucking pin them down a little bit more. God, look at that. The cuts went well. I'm gonna slide it to the plate. Hot damn, I plated that bitch. This thing's gonna be ridiculous. Yeah, I forgot to record me eating this crazy thing. But guess what? Shit held together. So easy to eat. Who knew I also make amazing sandwiches? I mean, I knew and all my friends knew, but you guys did it.